Hello everyone and welcome to the 6th update for Payday 3 news coming from Payday's official Twitch, where tonight Almir and Andreas did another live stream. It wasn't daily anymore, and they've also confirmed there's not going to be a schedule going forward. We'll get to that in a moment. But they did another stream today giving us some more information as to what's coming with Payday 3 updates, including a delay to the first patch, but also announcing there's going to be a console update before that patch anyway. And they've also addressed progression and said, we hear you, we're going to be fixing it and adding more things to progression and basically changing the system. So there's a few things to talk about. What I'm going to do in this video is I've still taken a full list of things, which I'm going to transition to in a second, and flashbang warning in advance because it is a white PDF like last time. If there's any points that I've taken notes down that are not really any different from previous streams, I may well skip over them in my commentary, but you'll see them in the PDF anyway. So if there's any points you might have missed that I don't read over, you can read them on screen anyway. So without any further ado, we're going to get into this. As I said, I did mention very briefly, and I think I'll just say it right now, Almir and Andreas have said that they're only going to do these update streams whenever there's something to share, whether it be a new patch coming out, new details, whatever it might be. So there's no timeline going forward as to when the next one will be. Almir will be live as usual on Thursday, but that's his Play with Almir stream, and honestly all I expect is for him to do a few heists and say the jacket is not confirmed 20 times, so I'm not expecting anything insightful from that. So if there's another big stream, I'll do a video like this to break it all down, but for the time being, this is the last one until something new comes. So let's break everything down, and we're going to start by transitioning over to the PDF, and as I've said, flashbang warning, because it is a bit bright. 3, 2, 1, boom, here we go. So, here is my list of notes from today's stream, and there are quite a lot of things here. We've got nearly 2 pages this time, so let's have a little look over and see what this says. It's also quite funny because I'm recording this live on Twitch right now, so I'm trying to pretend I haven't got a Twitch chat talking to me while I'm doing this. It's quite humorous. Okay, so first thing that I need to mention right off the bat, and this is something that's happened already in-game, the cost of new loadout slots, so for primary weapons, secondary weapons, outfits, all that stuff, all been reduced drastically. Because if you don't already know, because I've not actually got them myself yet, once you have a certain amount of loadout slots unlocked, they start to cost C-stacks. And the price was pretty bloody ridiculous, as you can see here. Originally, new primary slots cost 100 C-stacks, that's been reduced to 10, and anything else, so secondaries outfits, used to cost 50, it's now been reduced to 5, and that has already been applied. So for this one time only, I will sing the praise of the game being online only. I still don't think it should be, and I still want an offline mode, and I will keep saying that until it's added. However, being online only meant they could just do that change in the back end and not have to push a patch out. So that is a small advantage, I'll give you that, fair enough. But that's what's changed right now, and that is live in the game right now. Those prices have been changed. I don't believe they've got any plans to change anything else for like vendor prices, although they really need to, because 300 C-stacks for gloves, I'm going to keep saying it. It's stupid, but whatever. Andreas then briefly mentioned the servers and said they're still getting better, which, I mean, you know, Starbreeze said that they're pretty much back to normal. We've still got the odd issue, but hopefully they can get to perfection at some point soon. So that was a passing comment. And then he mentioned about new heisters coming, which was reinforced a few times this stream as something that was happening within the first year. Heisters, plural. And he nearly spoiled a name. Didn't say a letter or something, just thought it was funny to say. So maybe there is a returning heister whose name we didn't want to give away. Maybe it's Horton, as Almir keeps calling him. In other words, Houston. He seems like a likely bet, but until we get more information, we can't know for sure. Anyway, they have now delayed, this is the first important thing, the first patch. Patch 1 was meant to be coming out on October 5th, which is Thursday. That has now been delayed. They need to send the patch to Sony and Microsoft for approval, but before they actually did that, they found a bunch of new crashes in Payday 3 that they wanted to get fixed first. He said that they found a lot of the fixes and the update is pretty much ready to go, which means that they haven't sent it yet to Sony and Microsoft for approval, so they need to do that and get it approved, which means the patch is going to be delayed, and we don't know how long by. He said not very long, but I mean, Sony are not the fastest to approve things sometimes, so fingers crossed we still get it on Friday, but honestly, I would expect Monday or Tuesday at this point. I don't think it'll come this week with that delay happening. That's just my opinion. Until we get concrete information, don't rely on me. However, what we may well still see this week is a console update, which Andreas has confirmed to be coming before patch 1. So this is like patch 0, I guess? I don't know. He said it's coming very soon, and it's coming exclusively for Xbox and PlayStation, and the only fix he mentioned was that it fixes the DLC items not showing on PS5. So your gold, silver pre-order stuff, collector stuff, that not appearing in-game will be fixed in the patch that is happening first. But he said Xbox and PS5, and Xbox doesn't have that issue, so what else is being fixed in that patch? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know, so expect some console stuff. As soon as it comes out, I will do a video on it, and it'll feel quite nostalgic doing a console update video, but that is what will be coming. Just adding this in here, folks, as well, Payday just tweeted down in the middle of me recording this, what I've already said. They have chosen to split this week's patch into 2, meaning some fixes are coming this Thursday, and the rest will come separately in the near future, which again reinforces what I'm saying, that I think the second patch will be sometime next week, hopefully early. What annoys me here, though, is they said some fixes are coming this Thursday, but they didn't say they're just on console. So is it not saying console here when it should be? Or was Andreas on stream saying it was console false? I don't know. I really wish there was more consistency between what they said on stream and what they said in tweets. I'm assuming it's still going to be console on Thursday. At least that's a date confirmed for the console fix. There is still a patch on Thursday, just not the one we were expecting. But the rest will come later. So there's my little slide in there of extra info, because that just came out. He then reinforces that patch 1 will be 200 plus bug fixes, and it will just come very shortly after the console update, as I've said. They now have said, this is the other big thing, that they are working on, quote, a bunch of changes, unquote, to progression, which is ironic, because I was going to do a video on this anyway next week. I put out a poll earlier at the time of recording, and within about 5 hours, only 4% of people in my voting audience said they liked the progression system. This is very much needed. They haven't said what it is, but they said they've been gathering feedback, and we need to expect a bunch of changes in an upcoming patch that won't be patch 1. So sometime down the line, it would make sense for that to be the update at the end of October, start November, but we'll just have to see. I mean, the biggest example really is to just allow you to get XP for completing a heist, or infamy points I should say. That would be the most logical thing to really overhaul the system, but a bunch of changes, who knows what else that could be. Offline mode, still on the table, nothing new there. And then they also confirmed that Payday 3 updates will be on a monthly basis. They've reinforced that now. There will be a range of content, and it will vary depending on the actual month. So right now it's going to be bug fixes, quality of life, but as we go further into year 1, there'll be a lot of content, including heists, some of which this year, 1 or more, we don't know, at least 1 DLC. They're also saying features and so on will be coming as well. There also is going to be a lot of weapons in development. Someone asked about a P90 specifically, and that wasn't confirmed, but guns are coming. Shocker, considering there's 4 weapon packs in the first year. And on top of that, melee changes are still being discussed, but are not a top priority. Talking about challenges not unlocking, they have said that they are looking into that problem. So that might be an issue you're getting that I've had, where you finish a challenge, but it doesn't actually give you the infamy points. It says it's done, but there isn't a tick. That is a problem they're looking into. It's a bug they've seen for a lot of players. It's being worked on and will come in the future. But again, much like the C-stack change at the start of this video, this is an issue that they think is with the back end and hopefully won't require an in-game patch. It'll just be something they can tweak on the server side and fix. So fingers crossed. No comments right now on deployable changes, so kind of buffs, nerfs, that kind of thing, or to make, health kits more viable, because armor really is the meta. They're still looking at making health better, but they haven't confirmed any details there. Unready button being worked on, which to me sounds like a very easy thing to do, but maybe behind the scenes it's harder to do, so hopefully that gets fixed soon. And once again, very irritatingly, the modding policy is still on the way, and they'll update us on that in the post-launch. I mean, the post-launch could be at any time, and mods are coming and coming and coming, and there are people doing cheats already, so I really think an official policy should be out sooner or later, but who knows if it will be? I don't know. Reinforced again on no battle passes. Almir read a message out to do with that and literally just said, no. Keep it up, please, Beardy Boy. Much appreciated. They are still looking into fixing the empty lobby issues, people not getting into full lobbies, that kind of thing. And then someone asked about a PvP mode, and someone later down asked about holdout mode, and he was like, awesome ideas, but we've not confirmed any extra modes. And then they want to also note that in future heists, Andreas points this out, he feels a little bit disappointed in the lack of randomization and unique kind of gameplay elements that change from heist to heist in the base 8 heists in Payday 3. So he has noted that in future heists of Payday 3, he wants to try and make sure that they have more random elements and more unique things per heist, which can only be a good thing. The more random the heists are, the more replayable they are, the more fun you have, because they will vary up between playthrough and playthrough, and that matters. Things like road rage, the only real change you've got is, does the helicopter spawn on the left or on the right? Cool, but a bit trivial once you played it 5 times, so something more unique would be very, very cool. If you are a Collector's Edition owner, the Collector's Club invites should be in the coming days. As I've said, anyone who's a Collector's Edition owner, please let me know. You can join the Discord via the link in the description. Keep me posted if you get contacted about that, because I would like to know what's going on with that. As someone who doesn't own the Collector's Edition, I would like to know what I'm missing out on if it's anything special. It may not be, but it may be. Who knows? On top of that, they also confirmed there is no Linux version in the works as of right now. Into the second page of notes, someone asked Andreas something that I've been thinking of for a few years. Will the gang leave New York and go worldwide? He said he thinks there's a possibility for it, and also kind of after a bit more talking about it said, let's be fair, them staying in New York City permanently if we support the game for, say, 10 years is pretty unlikely. So maybe we'll go worldwide. Who knows? We'll see. Moving on, when asked about whether more difficulties can be expected, much like what Mio said, Andreas said that they will be coming, so difficulties beyond overkill are happening for sure. He said difficulties. Does it mean more than one? Hopefully not. I still think one would be enough, but that's just my take. He also noted that patch 1 has fixed a bunch of Nebula issues. I think I've covered that before, but it's important to mention again, especially as someone who has very big problems with Nebula. In my streams right now, I have to have someone else in my game to handle inviting people, because my Nebula is just that broken, so that better get fixed, let me tell you. They also said that a new enemy is coming in the next first year, so within the first year of Payday 3, there will be a new enemy. Who knows what that'll be. Trading hostages for ammo and armor is something that's being discussed right now, because as of right now, when you trade hostages during negotiation phases, so in between assaults, you don't actually get anything other than health, which I think is a bit underwhelming. So maybe some ammo and armor pickups would be cool. They did say that they are working on some smaller adjustments to trading and the value of trading, whatever that may be, we'll see. I think delaying the assault in the middle of the game by trading hostages could be cool, because I personally feel right now as though the hostages are much more worth trading before the assault begins, because you get the delayed assault time rather than just, oh, here's a few medkits. I know which one I'd rather do, and I'd like there to be more of a balance between the two options so that you actually kind of don't know which one to do, and you can change it between heists. That would be cool. They also said that they need to improve the HUD, showing who is masked and unmasked. Some people in my chat were saying that it was quite clear. I personally disagree. If you don't already know in-game, when people are unmasked, their health bar is kind of greyed out, it's light greyish, and it goes full bright white when they mask up. Once you spot it, fair, it's quite easy to see, but it's not very visible for people who don't know, and then you're not really told about it. So I think some HUD elements to make it a bit clearer would be good. I think the best way to do it is to have character pictures without the mask when they're demasked, and a character picture with the mask when they are masked up. That just seems like a really easy and simple thing to do, and I'm pretty sure it's exactly what Payday the Heist did. So, can we make it happen for Payday 3, please? Thanks. Goat Sim is unconfirmed. Good, keep it that way. And Payday 2 music in Payday 3 was asked about, and Almir simply said we haven't confirmed a jukebox mode, which felt a bit out of place, but apparently jukebox mode in Payday 2 allowed you to play specific Payday the Heist tracks if you own that game when you were playing Payday 2, so maybe there's more of a connection there than I realised. Also, achievements not unlocking have been fixed for patch 1, so patch 1 will see achievement bugs being addressed. They also then reinforce the classic heists, if they do add them to Payday 3, would need changes, so to the systems of like stealth, loud, negotiation, that kind of thing. And I've put this in here now. It seems to me like they're saying this in such a detailed response as more of a heads up rather than a that'd be cool. To me, it seems like they're saying classic heists are going to come, but be prepared that they won't run the exact same as Payday 2 because Payday 3 plays differently. Obviously, they've not said that, but it's about reading between the lines. It seems very clear to me from how they're describing it that classic heists are going to show up. As I've said, I'm a big champion of first world bank, but I want big bank, I want all sorts of banks. I like banks. I'm a bit of a banker, you know? Never saying that again. Anyway, moving on from there, they then said that maybe president masks could be added during the next election, so sometime next year. That could be cool. Just realised I didn't go full screen again. Apologies for that, folks. Let's do that now. But either way, they then said that the 99 boxes glitch is being looked into, and you guys did let me know what that glitch was. I'm not going to explain it here, and hopefully it gets fixed soon because it is a bit of an exploity glitch right now, and that does need addressing. This is an interesting point that I wanted to bring up because the original FAQ for Payday 3 said that being able to upgrade between standard and silver gold was something they were going to be allowing you to do in Payday 3. That has since been straight up removed from the FAQ, and Almir said they're looking into allowing upgrades. Don't just remove things out the FAQ. That is a hugely bad move. You need to put something in there to say, we said this was going to happen, but now we're not too sure, or put something out there to explain it. Because right now it doesn't even say that you can do it on Xbox, because it's a thing you can do. You can upgrade on Xbox, just nowhere else. So don't remove the question out the FAQ, add it back in, and update the answer, please. There's some things in the FAQ now that are literally untrue after today's stream, like them saying they're not really planning on changing progression. They are now. Keep the FAQ updated, please don't remove things. That just looks horribly on you guys. Beyond that, they said a Payday 2 story recapping game could be cool, but it would probably take a lot of work, so don't expect that. Career stats would be really cool, but again, they gave the typical post-launch answer of, that's a great idea. Almir said they haven't confirmed a Halloween event as of now. In other words, see you guys in 3 weeks. And beyond that, they said a customizable wheel of phrases would be a good idea. I mean, for one thing, they need an armor bag call out. That needs to be added in, so that would be good. And they finally closed off by saying that heisters are in the works, as I've said already. But Almir said that it's not confirmed if they're new or old. I'm hoping for a mix, but right now that we did get one new heister at launch, I'd like the next one to be a classic heister and then see where we go from there. But ladies and gentlemen, that's everything from today's stream. That's everything that we know from day 6, or the 6th stream, I shouldn't even say day 6 really, for today's Payday 3 news updates. Let's go back to the chatting screen so you can see my face and not get flashbang for a bit. Let me know what you think of all the changes down in the comment section below. There are some cool things here. As a lot of people said in my chat, there's a lot of things they've said 5 million times already. Obviously, you have to bear in mind not everyone can see every stream, and not everyone sees these videos, although I do appreciate how many of you are watching them. But it's nice to just get some things reinforced, but also get new information, because if we were just getting the same things and nothing new, it would be getting very boring by now. So I'm personally very excited to hear about the changes to progression. That's something that definitely needs to happen. And while I'm sad about the update being split into several parts, I'm glad that they're at least putting out something on console. At least in theory. Their tweet doesn't seem to confirm that, but I'll keep you all updated basically. As soon as there's any new information, you know what I do by now. I get a video out as soon as possible. So keep an eye on this channel. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you haven't already to stay up to date with all future Payday 3 news, and I'll let you know as soon as there's anything worthy of putting into a news update. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all very soon with a new Payday 3 video, most likely Thursday for this console update, whatever it may be, with the patch notes and everything you can expect. But until then, thank you all for watching. See you all soon. Much love. Take it easy.